Hello my crafty friends, and welcome back to the Shabby Doll House. Today I am going to show you how I made these adorable little journal cards. And I just took this coffee dyed envelope and decorated it with Esme's appliques. The lace in the background is my own, but I also added some music note paper in there. And this is what they look like. Aren't they super cute? So I was playing around with some of my vintage music note paper, and I thought it would look so pretty to emboss white on top of it. And you can use these as pockets or tags or just whatever you'd like in your journals, on top of your journal. And some of them I put lace behind so you can't write behind them. That would be good for a pocket. So they're just really simple and easy, and I'm just going to make a couple with you today. So I hope that you all are doing well. Let's get started. So I think that these are so simple and easy to do. You can mass make these. And they're so simple, like they don't take long. So I have used some music note paper like this, and I'm going to show you. I already got my pieces cut out or ripped out, and I also added glassine bag behind it because I just like the sound of it. So I think that just adds more to the vintagey look. So I have some stamps here that I've already picked out, and these are from TaylorMade journals, and I love them. They're so pretty. So I already have them out and ready, so let's get started. So I'm gonna go ahead and start on this one, and I'm just gonna glue this down with this, and because I plan on sewing this, so it's just to tack it down for now. I love having the sewing around the edges. It just looks so much, I don't know, I just love it. All right, so I have this Antiques and Collectibles one here. And I have this here for the embossing. It is a watermark stamp pad by Versamark. This stuff is super sticky if you get it on your hands. I already have some wipes ready. But it's such a beautiful day. I'm gonna have to stand up to make sure I get this straight. It's such a beautiful day outside, so I hope my lighting is good in here. Okay, so now I'm going to add my embossing powder, and this is the white super fine detail. And I just got this at Hobby Lobby. I'm going to add a sheet of paper under here. Well, I wasn't trying to make that big of a mess. But it'll be alright. So let me go ahead and get this. Okay. I have all kinds of scraps too. So you don't have to use big pieces of lace for this or anything, or you don't even have to decorate it with lace. You can actually just go around your edges with your inker and just stick them on a page in your journal. They're so cute. All right, so I'm going to use my heat gun now, so this is going to be a little loud. That is so pretty, isn't it? I just love it. And don't worry if your paper, you know, curls up like that. So we're going to do another one. And it's going to be the Vintage Market stamp. I love that one. So I'm just going to do the same thing. And I started out wanting to make some little fabric snippets like this. I don't know, I just turned to the paper and I was like, that looks really pretty when I tried the white heat embossing on here. So I just, you know, I have to keep standing up so I'll make sure I can get this stamp straight. So anyway, I just thought it looked pretty. Oh, my hands are so sticky already. Okay. You can use any color, and this would also look really pretty on some old book pages as well, not just music note paper. Okay. So I'm going to use that again. Super cute. Just love it. I think we're going to go ahead and do one more and then we'll decorate them. And I'm just going to be using Crafty Me Shop laces. Just little snippets. And I think she's having a sale today. She had a sale yesterday. I'm going to have her link down below in the description box if you'd like to join her group. She has some amazingly beautiful, gorgeous laces. I don't know what happened to this pad, but it looks nasty. I guess it's just from stamps that had a little bit of ink still on them. I don't know, but I don't usually stamp much anymore. Don't know why I put the lid on it before I was even done, but anyway. Alright, now we're done with that part. So, let's get this one done. Super cute. So now we are going to decorate these. So what I'm going to do first, actually, is I'm going to go to my sewing machine and sew these, and I will be right back. Okay, so I am back, and I have sewn around all of these, and I just left the strings. And I also wanted to show you, I posted this in Crafty Me Shop yesterday. This is a project I made a while back, actually. I was trying to wait for more doilies so I could do a tutorial on it. But this is just a doily pouch I made. This was inspired by Ivy Ling. She made one years ago. and I thought it was really pretty. So I made one, and this is made with several doilies, and I used one of her beautiful hand-dyed appliques on here, and I put some satin behind this part, and so this rose right here would stand out more. And I just have some trims and laces around it with the bow. And inside, I use this beautiful trim here I've been hoarding, I got from her shop. It's so vintage looking and beautiful. I love it. And I also used it on the top, on the front, between the layers of the doilies. And there's also some of her CMS lace all the way around. And this is one of the appliques that she had. It's a crochet applique. It's so pretty. And what I did was I made like a secret pocket. It's not really a secret, but if you just do that and open it, you don't see this pocket here. But there's like a little pocket here in the front and a pocket in the back. Super cute to, you know, use for Happy Meals or to put some really pretty things in that you just want to keep. And I'm sorry, you ladies that wanted this, messaged and wanted this, I'm so sorry. It's already spoken for, but yeah, so that's one of my projects. All right, so I'm just going to be using some cheesecloth and some little pieces of laces. I got I can't even speak. I got my box of, I got this at a yard sale. This is very old. It did have some of that in it. Still might, I don't know, but I put, yeah, it does. I just put pieces of tatting in here that I hoard, so I might use a couple of pieces of this. I don't know yet. I'll just leave it open just so I don't forget. And I have some of these beautiful laces here. I had a box that I had been saving, my very first DT box, and I only took a couple of things out of it here and there. I had it over a year, and I decided to go ahead and go through all of my laces, organize them by color and everything, and these laces were in there, and aren't they just gorgeous? I just love these so much. But anyway, so I'm gonna get some cheesecloth, and I also made some little ruffles to go on there. Might use those. I'm just using a bunch of little pieces, and I got some flowers here also from her shop I might use, and some little pieces of applique. So even little pieces like this is perfect for these projects. So I'm gonna go ahead and start decorating. See, that is just about perfect right there. And what I did with the other ones is I sewed everything on, but today I'm just gonna glue. Have to actually kind of stretch that piece, but I think it would still work. I think I'm gonna work on this one first. Okay, so I have some vintage tulle here as well from a vintage dress, so I might use that. Get my scissors and get me some cheesecloth. I think I will decorate the side here. Just add like a little, some little snippets, maybe one of these flowers here. And I also have some vintage buttons up here. I don't know if you can see them. I also have strips of lace like this that's been cut, so I'm going to cut this. And I'm just going to rough up the edge. Okay. What I can do is just cut this piece off. And I might can use it over there. These are so simple and easy to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a button. I'm going to sew a button on here. You know what? I'm going to tear some of this off because I think that's too much. And so you can write on the back of that so easily because I didn't use, you know, the tacky glue or anything, just the glue stick, so you can write on that. It's just flat. Or you can put lace behind it. So I already have my needle here, and this thread here is a heavy duty, extra strong for buttons and fabrics. So I'm going to use this. I'm going to pick out a button here on my jar. That one's good. And I'm just going to sew it on. It's as easy as that. And you don't have to do any sewing. You can just totally glue everything. I'm just going to sew this on twice to make sure it doesn't go anywhere. Ooh, there you go. And I'm just going to wrap this around a few times. Okay. And I don't care about all of the loose pieces hanging or the threads. That's what I like. I like that. So let's see. We can just add that tiny little piece there. Let's see if we got something else to put on here. No. Just add this one. Cut those flowers off. And I can use this with some tiny buttons in there as well. So I'm going to get another little piece of cheesecloth. And what I'll do is I'll just glue that on. Okay, I had to pause you for a minute because my dog started barking. But there we go. We have our first one finished. Isn't that super cute? Super easy. So let's start on the other one. And I think I might add a little bit of pink on this one and some tatting. Tatting is so hard to find. And I can tat, but it just takes too long. I have a box of stuff that I have made. I need to start getting back into it. This actually might not work on here. I'll just leave it out just in case. Okay. I also have this trim here. It's vintage. It's from my own stash. So I'm just going to add a piece of that. I got lucky and found this at a yard sale along with some very thick crochet trim. So I have I have another spool of this, but it's really big because there was so much of this. I love it. Don't you hate when the glue bottle does that? Super simple and easy. And I have a piece of this. I actually use this lace for the envelope. This is a piece of this here. I love this. She had this a couple of weeks ago, and it's been a while since she had it, and I had one piece of that left, so I was so happy when she posted that. I think we might use this. It might be too big. I don't know. It may work. This is from my own stash. This is a flower. Oh, I think I'll use that. It's missing some beads though. My husband just had to go start up the lawnmower, so I have to pause you. Okay, so it's not the lawnmower, it's a pressure washer, so I have to hurry up before he turns it back on. But I just added a little applique flower here from my own stash and a piece of her CMS lace behind there. I think I'm gonna add that there, this piece of tatting, and we will be done. Isn't that super cute? And you can put some rusted safety pins in here. I thought about doing that. Or you can add a little charm, which I'm going to go ahead and do that. Do a made with love. see if I can put a little bit of tulle. I love how Lene does that on her pins. She adds a little snippet of lace. That looks so pretty. So I'm going to do that. Well, I'm trying to get it to go to the top. There we go. All right. So there we have it. Isn't that adorable? So I'm going to go ahead and show you the other one we had made. And I'll show you these one more time. Super, super cute and easy for your projects, your journals, whatever you want to put them in. So pretty, y'all. Like I said, you can add lace to the back of some of these. I used it on the back of this one too. So pretty. So anyways, I hope that y'all like this quick and easy little tutorial, and I will be back soon. And I will also have the link down below for Crafty Me Shop's Facebook group where you can find these gorgeous, gorgeous laces. So I will see y'all soon. Have a wonderful day. Bye, y'all.